It's time for Rabbi Minkowicz's Weekly Torah Lesson, a place where life's most difficult questions are answered. Here with his spiritual perspective and insight, Rabbi Minkowicz.
Welcome to this week's Torah lesson. This week's Torah portion is Parshat Pekudei. The question of the week is, why do people want to be blessed? So in this week's Torah portion, Parshat Pekudei, the Torah tells us about the Jewish people completing the tabernacle. The Torah tells us about all the gifts that the Jewish people brought, the work that the craftsmen have made, and then the Torah finishes off with an interesting point. The Jewish people brought the Mishkan to Moshe, and the Torah tells us, Vayivarech Osam Moshe. Moshe Rabbeinu blessed them. And Rashi says, what was the blessing? He blessed them. What's the blessing? So Rashi says, Yehi Rotzoin, it should be the will of Hashem, Shetishra Shechina b'maaseh yedeichem, that the divine presence should rest in the work of your hands. So the Rebbe asks a question, simple question. What is the need for the blessing? They brought the items to the temple. They put it together. They made it beautiful. Why did the Torah go out of its way to tell us that Moshe Rabbeinu blessed them? And Rashi tells us, not only did he bless them, but he specifically blessed the work of their hands. So the Rebbe comes up with a phenomenal idea, and he says as follows. We have the power to do things, whether it's in our thought, speech, or action. We can create a full tabernacle. But the tabernacle is a physical thing. If we want the tabernacle to be electrified with godliness and holiness, the way that completion takes place is when there is a disclaimer made in the form of a blessing. Namely, Yehi Rotzoin Shetishra Shechina b'maaseh yedeichem, when Moshe Rabbeinu makes that disclaimer of the blessing, that the divine presence should rest into the Mishkan, that's when the Mishkan changes and gets transformed from being a simple physical edifice with its utensils to a holy and blessed place. So to answer the question, why do people want to be blessed, is because whatever you do, whether it's in your personal life, in your business life, we put the technical tools down. But in order for it to be electrified and really feel fulfilled and meaningful and feel like God's with us, we need to draw down the spiritual, godly energy in the form of a blessing. So when someone makes a blessing, they are actually finishing the product by creating spiritual and godly energy in whatever they have done. This week's Torah portion is dedicated to the memory of Eliyahu Ephraim ben Yosef. May his Nechamie have an Aliyah for all the Torah we are studying in his memory. Thanks for joining us for our weekly Torah lesson. Please join us for live classes at Chabad. Thursday morning, Nechamie gives a Parsha class at 11 o'clock. Thursday evening at 7 o'clock, there's a class on Kabbalah based on the teachings of the Arizal. Shabbos morning, we have a Kabbalah class based on the teachings of the Rebbe at 9 o'clock, followed by davening and farbrengen. Again, thanks for joining us. Shavua Tov, and have a great week.
It's Steinomite.